Hey guys, welcome back. Dark Souls episode 7. I'm Enigmus. And today we're fighting the last boss in Undead Parish. Very exciting, right through this foggy gate, through the light, onto a roof. I love the idea of a boss fight on a roof like this, and I'm glad that they implemented it without the ability to be knocked off. Or at least if you can be knocked off, it's not easy to be knocked off, because I'm sure I would have at some point. And there's our boss. Rawr. So it's a very angry gargoyle with a halberd and an axe on his tail and a shield and a reindeer helmet. And for the first time in a very long time, he's got a better reach than I do. I've done a little bit of upgrading on my gear since the last episode. With all the mini-bosses out of the way, I basically had free reign to run around and farm the knights. I upgraded my shield and most of my armor. Instead of having the armor of generic undead soldiers, I now have the armor of undead knights. It's fantastic. Plus, of course, the steel gauntlets that we got from the Tower Knights. Now you see there's another gargoyle. Came into the fight. I got the first guy down to half. His little buddy comes running, and I just derped all to hell. Not quite sure what to do with myself at this point. And I'm doing my best. I figured I saw the little guy had like half the health of his big brother, so I'm like, if I can just get a good shot on either of them, I might. And no. And so begins round 2, only this time without the fanfare. You come in through the door and already he's just ready to go. And you can see the nice thing about the sword is if I'm positioned properly when he jumps up like that, I can still clobber him. This is where I learned that you can chop his tail off and get an axe. That's not... See that green bloodstained sparkly bits? 10 humanity. And I was kind of thinking, hey, I would love to get that humanity, but I'm learning that you can't pick up items while you are blocking, so you have to let go of the block button. Every time I get fixated on picking up my stuff in a boss fight after I've died once, I die again. It's just... And it's not even... Like, it looks bad. It's a bad second death. So this time... I'm just kind of focused on these guys, because the green sparkly thing actually doesn't have anything interesting on it. And we killed the big guy. See, the big guy just died. It was so exciting. And then his little friend... I'm thinking, I don't have to hit him too many times and he'll be dead. But he's got the fire. And the fire axe is a very effective shield. And I have to say, I'll just say it right now, I'm not responding to it appropriately here. You'll see me repeatedly trying to either run as soon as I'll see the fire in his mouth, and I'll try and run through and try and get to him and clobber him like this before he starts breathing. And no, that doesn't work so well, and it takes off so much health. Then he starts doing the halberd bit. It's a pretty deadly situation. You can see also, it's a pretty good tool for them to maneuver me up against the wall. They move so far towards the back wall, and then they start breathing fire, and I've got to either get out of the way or get cooked, which almost always puts me at the back wall, which is where I tend to stay, because I'm derping, not because that's required. So here we go, trying to get there before he starts aiming it at me. Nope, doesn't happen. Look at his health, by the way. If you haven't been watching it, you've been missing out. His health has been like that for God knows how long. I should have, at this point, literally just pulled out my bow and plinked him once with an arrow and it would have been game over. That's probably all it would have taken to seal the deal on this encounter. And see, the dodge there, that was just... Again, I had him dead to rights, and he just did that little back jump thing. He's pro. He's pro. You gotta give credit where it's due. So now we're on to attempt number 4. I'm starting to recognize now there's a process evolving in this strategy. 1, I'm not dealing with the fire very well. 2, I'm not landing as many hits as I could be. There are a lot of hits where I'm kind of rushing them. I'm not really placing them where they should be. You can see right now my endurance is next to 0 because I'm doing my big heavy overhand slash and it's not even hitting them. Right? It's, you know, I'm too far away. It's a little bit of, I'm still remembering that little guy's health bar in the last encounter, that little sliver, and that's all I've got on my mind. And in my mind, this guy now only has a tiny sliver of health, and I'm just trying to get one hit on him, and that'll kill him and win the encounter. Of course it's not, but you know what I mean? It's just the carryover from the previous one. And the consequence you can see is that I just landed my first hit on him since this attempt began. Derping. So you can see just kind of trying to maneuver. We're going to talk a little bit after the Gargoyle fight about the lock feature and stuff because it's something that's coming up a lot. I just take a couple minutes to clarify. But for now, you can see choosing not to lock means my decision to face in the direction that I'm facing when I push the button carries certain consequences, one of which being I'm missing a lot. No other way. And he's got that super 3-swing smashy bit. And then here comes the fire. You'll notice if I try and do the dodge roll when I'm not already bathed in fire, you'll notice that I don't do a roll anymore. I just do this really clumsy kind of shoulder fling. It still allows me to move a certain way out of the way, you know, change my position quickly, but it's by no means an elegant roll, as it's saying. It's actually kind of funny. Attempt number 5. And this is the final stage in the breakdown. Right, we came so close. And then every game I've ever played, you have that one attempt at a boss. Or even just a difficult encounter. It doesn't even have to be a boss. And you get so close. And then the next couple of attempts, you just bomb. As though you had never seen the encounter before. It's just a tragedy. And you can see now we're getting the full Zweihander flippy sword action. We got him down to less than a quarter health before his little buddy even showed up. I mean, that's how quick you can die. You see that? We just went to town on the big guy, and he was like, his health bar is where it was now when his little buddy showed up, and then like 5 seconds later, I'm dead. It's just glorious. So we're going to have another one like that. We're going to have the quick and dirty, choppy. Hurry up and die, you son of a bitch, because we know we can kill you. We've done it before. We just want to get it done. Done and done. We don't like you anymore. I don't think we liked you in the beginning, but we were willing to give you a shot, and now you're just a jerk. So again, the wall of fire, incoming tag team. It's just a bad scene. This is probably the closest that I've come to feeling frustrated with the game so far, which is actually pretty good. And it was just because I'm still shaking off that near victory. It's not because the game is unfair. I let myself get maneuvered into the wall, and the consequence was I got tag teamed and beat down. Look, Gargoyles. I don't even know what I'm trying to do. I think there's a bell involved. I don't know why I'm here. I'm like undead, but I'm not. I'm some sort of superhero, but nobody knows who I am. Oh, goes the tail again. Everyone in this world is either insane or depressed. And here I am on a roof swinging this big heavy frickin' sword at you and you won't die. So there goes the big guy. We've been here before. Now it's time to stop derping around the fire. This is sort of the acid test. Dear gamer, have you learned the lessons that were put before you today? I almost died there. I'm nearly dead again. And all I can think is spam that Estus and run. There we go with the clumsy. It even sounds clumsy. More Estus. Still not doing well with the fire. I'm not maneuvering appropriately to avoid the fire. So we're just gonna stop. We've got a second here. He's doing his thing. We're in a bad place here. So let's roll out the side and bing, light bulb goes off. Run around the side of the fire. Oh, there it is. The missing piece of the puzzle. Run around the side. Boom goes the dynamite. The retrieval of nothing. There's nothing there. So now we get to maneuver on down across the rooftop. Remind ourselves what we came here for in the first place, because it's been a long haul. There's been giant fat demons and bull demons and dragons, undead soldiers, rats, zombies, some strange channeler dude that just didn't do so well against arrows in the head. And now there's more ladders, and all I can think to myself is it would be just in keeping with the spirit of the game to have like 3 of those undead fencer knights on one of these levels and they all just gang beat you. Because that's... why not? Reset the gargoyles. Do them again, you son of a bitch. This is quite the bell tower. Kind of looking around at the gargoyles. I don't trust them. They don't look like the ones I just killed, but I still don't trust them. And here it is. One of the 2 bells. And I'm kind of wishing that I could just like bang the striker. But no, the lever, and then it has a mechanism that makes it ring. And we get this super spiffy kind of panoramic view. Nobody cares. We're ringing the bell. Nobody's cheering. You can't see anybody running out. What's going on? Nobody cares. I will laugh so hard if you get to the end of the game and it's not the end. It's not credits or anything. It's just this big sign that says nobody cares. And then fades to black. I would laugh so hard. We're not quite done. We're not quite done. Ringing the bell, as I said, everyone in this world is either depressed or insane. Ringing the bell brought out one of the insane ones. I thought he wanted a hug at first. Now I don't know what he wants.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Palm. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
That's the guy. That's the guy. Apparently he's got some consumable that we'll be wanting later on. And so we'll be coming back to talk to him at some point in the future. I can say after that little scene there, I went back later. I did some more farming, and I went back and I bought the poison bite ring and the blood bite ring. And now I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about the series, where it's going. It's continuing because I'm having so much fun with the game. I did a little experiment. You may have noticed the last 3 episodes doing the commentary after the fact. so that I could focus on playing the game while I was playing the game and then do the commentary. I don't think it works, and I think most of the viewers have kind of arrived at that conclusion as well, which is fine. We're going to go back to the more live style commentary, doing the commentary as I play, and just doing my best before I release the videos to edit out any extended boring bits. Understanding, though, that my style of playing the game between bosses, so to speak, is very slow, very deliberate, very cautious, peeking around corners, taking a look around where I am, trying not to miss things. So we'll find a good equilibrium. It's just such a fantastic game, and I think it's a really good game for this sort of medium, a Let's Play kind of series that I'm absolutely going to continue one way or the other. And the elephant in the room, I've never seen so much feedback on a single topic in any video ever that I've ever done. The lock feature. There's actually a setting in the PC config. I don't know about consoles. I'm playing on the PC with a 360 controller, but there's a setting in the config for auto lock that will automatically lock, I guess, the nearest target, which I disabled on day one. And you'll also notice, if you've been watching me play, that I haven't been using the lock feature in the game, except for that one time with the Black Knight where I used it, because otherwise you can't really aim firebombs. I don't intend to start using the lock feature unless and until I see a reason to use the lock feature. If the mechanics of day-to-day combat evolve to a point somewhere down the line where you just can't reasonably succeed in the game without using it, then I will start using it. Up to this point, I don't mind necessarily missing some of my swings, because that's user error and that's all part of the experience. But just because it's there isn't enough of a reason for me to use it. And I think a lot of people, they feel that that's the case. Well, it came with the lock thing, so you should use it. I'm saying, you do what you like to do, and I'm going to do what I like to do, and I'm going to let you do what you do without any kind of criticism. And that's what I'm expecting in return. So the next episode will be back to the Let's Play-ish format without the log feature. And hopefully we're going to have a lot more fun. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.